Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Sadia Education Wali and I'm student at Rehan College Korangi Campus. Currently, I'm enrolled in Teacher Training Bootcamp 1. So today we will talk with Maya, and our topic is discuss understanding the financial independence and why is it important for everyone.
Hey, Sadia. I am so down for this. Financial independence, in its simplest form, is basically the point where your assets, think investments, rental income, or a side business, generate enough money to cover your living expenses without you having to trade your time for a paycheck. As for why it's important, it's less about the money and more about the freedom. It's the ability to say no to a job you hate or yes to a sudden adventure without stressing over the bank balance. It basically buys you back your time, which is the only thing we can't actually make more of. Does that definition align with how you've been thinking about it?
Okay, so Maya, what are the first steps someone should take towards become financially independent, and how important is getting in achieving financial independence?
First things first, it's Maya. But to your question, the very first step is usually just getting an honest look at where you stand. You can't map a route if you don't know where you're starting from, so tracking every cent for a month is a great way to start. From there, it's all about building a safety net, an emergency fund, so a flat tire doesn't wreck your entire plan. As for how important those steps are, they're everything. Jumping straight into investing without a budget or a safety net is like trying to build a house on sand. It might look great for a while, but it'll collapse the second things get shaky. Do you feel like you've got a handle on your current spending? Or does that part feel a bit daunting?
Okay, Maya. So my next question is, what is the difference between saving money and investing money?
It's a huge distinction, but a simple one. Saving is basically putting money in a safe place, like a savings account where it's easy to get to and won't lose value, but it doesn't really grow. Investing is putting that money to work in things like stocks, real estate, or businesses with the goal of making it grow over time. The trade off is that while saving is safe and predictable, investing involves risk for the chance of a much bigger reward. I've always thought of saving as your right now and just in case money, while investing is your future self money. Does that make sense?
Okay, so what do you think? Saving money is better, yeah, investing money is better.
Honestly, it's not a competition. You actually need both to survive. If you only save, inflation eventually eats your purchasing power, so your money actually loses value over time. But if you only invest and the market dips right when you have a medical emergency, you're in trouble. The real magic happens when you use saving for your peace of mind and investing for your wealth. Which one feels more intuitive to you right now?
Okay, so why is it important to build an emergency fund before investing?
Because investing is a long game, but life happens in real time. If you put all your money into the market and then your laptop crashes or you have a sudden emergency, you might be forced to sell your investments at a loss just to cover the bill. That's a heartbreaking way to lose money. An emergency fund acts as a buffer, so you can let your investments grow undisturbed regardless of what the world throws at you. It basically protects your future self from your current emergencies. Have you ever had a situation where a surprise expense totally threw off your plans?
So Maya, what do you think? How can student and young professionals start managing their finance wisely?
For students and young pros, the biggest advantage is time, even if the bank account doesn't feel like it yet. The best move is to automate everything. Set up a system where a small percentage of every paycheck or allowance goes straight into a separate account before you even see it. If you never see the money, you don't miss it. It's also huge to avoid lifestyle creep, where you start making more money and immediately start spending more on nicer things.
ओके
If you
माया
can keep your expenses
माया वो क्या कहते हैं मतलब आई मीन what are some common financial mistake people should avoid and how can multiple income stream help people achieve financial independence faster.
Sorry about that. I got a little carried away with the lifestyle creep talk. One of the biggest mistakes is definitely paying yourself last, spending everything, and then trying to save whatever's left over. Usually there's nothing left. Another big one is taking on high interest debt, like credit cards for things that don't actually grow in value. It's basically paying a tax on your own future. As for multiple income streams, that's the real accelerator. Relying on one paycheck is like having one leg to stand on. If that job goes away, everything collapses. Adding a side hustle, dividends, or rental income doesn't just diversify your risk, it means you're contributing more to your investments without having to work more hours at your main job. It essentially shrinks the timeline to independence because you're filling the bucket from three different faucets instead of one. Do any of those mistakes
So, Maya, what role does technology and AI play in personal finance and wealth management? And how can people overcome the fear of investing and start with small amounts?
Technology has basically democratized the whole game. We've gone from needing a fancy broker in a suit to having everything on an app. AI is now doing the heavy lifting with robo advisors that automatically balance your portfolio and apps that categorize your spending so you don't have to manually track every coffee. It takes the guesswork and the math anxiety out of the equation. As for the fear of investing, I think it comes from the idea that you need a mountain of cash to start. But the truth is, you can start with as little as $5 or $10. The best way to beat the fear is to treat it like a low stakes experiment. Put in an amount that wouldn't ruin your week if it disappeared, and just watch how it moves. Once you see that first
Okay,
few cents of
so
growth,
Maya, which books, broadcast, or online resources would you recommend for learning about personal finance? And how can teacher, parents, and school help young people develop healthy money habits?
for the learning side of things, I'd start with I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. It's great because it focuses on a rich life rather than just cutting out lattes. For a podcast, The Money Guy Show is a fantastic resource for the actual mechanics of wealth building. As for the support system, schools and parents could do so much more by just making money a normal conversation. Instead of it being a taboo topic, teachers could integrate real world simulations like taxes or budgeting for a trip into the curriculum. Parents can help by being transparent about how they manage the household budget, showing kids that money is a tool to be managed, not a mystery to be feared. It's all about shifting the narrative from saving as a chore to managing money is how you get your freedom. Think your school gave you enough of those practical tools growing up?
And Maya, what do you think? What daily habit and mindset change can help someone with long-term financial success? And what is your final message for students, professionals, and families who want to achieve financial independence and build a secure financial future?
For daily habits, the biggest one is definitely the pause. Just taking a second before a purchase to ask if it's adding real value to your life or if it's just a momentary impulse. Mindset wise, shifting from a scarcity mindset where you're afraid of not having enough to an abundance mindset where you focus on growing your resources changes everything. It turns money from a source of stress into a tool for creation. As for a final message, start where you are with what you have. You don't need a perfect plan or a huge salary to begin. You just need the discipline to start. To the students and young pros, be patient with yourself, but be aggressive with your habits. And to the families, talk about it openly. Financial security isn't just about the numbers in a bank account. It's about the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're in control of your life. This has been such a great deep dive. Do you feel like you have a clear roadmap now, or is there one last thing on your mind? Glad I could help.
Okay, so Maya,
Since we've
thank you so much for giving your valuable insights and your time. Allah Hafiz.
You are so welcome. I really enjoyed diving into this with you. Whenever you want to tackle another big topic or just need a sounding board, I'm here
Thank you, Maya.
anytime. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You too.
Okay, take care.
You too.
Okay, so thank you so much everyone for listening me and watching me. Allah Hafiz.